Yes, now we'll discuss about the measurement of mean spherical candle power, that is MSCP. The definition of MSCP is already explained in the beginning classes. So MSCP, what is MSCP, what is MHCP and other things we have discussed. So here the measurement of mean spherical candle power by using the integrating sphere. It's one of the technique which is used to measure the mean spherical candle power. So the integrating sphere, by using the integrating sphere, here you can see measurement of, just a minute. So measurement of MSCP using the integrating sphere. What exactly the concept behind this we'll discuss now. So integrating sphere. So integrating sphere is nothing but it's a hollow sphere 1 meter or more in diameter. Integrating sphere, it's a 1 meter or more in diameter, and inside the surface of this is painted with a white. You can see here, we just come to this diagram, we'll explain it. Okay, so it's a integrating sphere is a hollow sphere of 1 meter in or more, 1 meter or more in diameter, and it is inside surface is painted with a white to make the diffusing as much as possible. Inside surface is painted with a white color to diffuse the light. Okay, so there is a small window on the surface of the sphere fitted with a translucent gas. So you can see here, here is a small window on the sphere which is fitted with a translucent glass. Okay, so in order that the light does not reach the window directly, so translucent gas is made, so in order to avoid the light does not reach directly. Okay, so the small screen is placed between them. So there is a small screen, that means it's a window and it's a source of light. There is a small screen is placed. Okay, so between the lamp and the window, in order directly not light passes. Okay, so that direct will not passes directly. So the illumination is a very point on the internal spherical, sorry, the illumination is every point on the internal spherical surface is same and is proportional to the total light flux. So here what I am saying is, so the illumination is in every point in the internal sphere surface is the same. Okay, every point on the internal surface is same, and which is proportional to the total light flux emitted by the lamp. So which is proportional to the total light flux emitted by that particular lamp. Okay, so hence it is proportional to the mean spherical candle power of lamps. So here the what is the illumination on the sphere is, and it is mean, it's a mean of the candle powers of all the directions. So that is why, so the candle power, it's a, hence it is the proportional to the mean spherical candle power. Okay, so the brightness of that window is measured first the brightness of the window is measured first by placing the test lamp inside it. So how much brightness that the window is having, so that is measured by placing the test lamp. Okay, so test lamp inside the integrating sphere. Okay, and then placing the substandard. After that, after test lamp, so test lamp is removed, and then substandard lamp of known PSP. So known means you know the MSCP of that particular lamp. Initially we have placed the lamp with unknown MSCP, and we have measured the brightness of a window. Okay, then we are placing a test lamp of known. Okay, known MSCPs should be known, that is placed, and then MSCP of each lamp is proportional to the brightness of the window illuminated. Initially how much brightness we have got with the test lamp, and then how much brightness we got by using the known MSCP of lamp. Okay, so by comparing those two, we can easily find out the mean spherical candle powers of a lamp here. So it consisting of a integrating sphere measurement. How the measurement is step by step explain, now we'll explain. So it's consisting of integrating sphere and the glass window. Okay, the lamp, test lamp, either it may be standard lamp or a test lamp. It consisting of a mirrors, prism. Okay, these are also mirrors to reflect it. So the lamp for the comparison, so this for the lamp for the comparison. So Lumen Bourdon photometer head, this is called as a Lumen Bourdon photometer head here. So these are the important parts of the important parts of the setup. Okay, so in this arrangement shown in this particular figure, Lumen Bourdon photometer head, which is used used in which the mirror is placed. Here is a Lumen Bourdon photometer head is used, so here the mirror is placed. Okay, so here mirror is placed as indicated, so mirror is placed here. So the light from the glass window is reflected by this mirror. So here is a mirror is put. This is a Lumen Bourdon photometer head completely. So the light from the glass window is reflected by this mirror. Okay, as shown here, you can see it is reflected by this mirror through this prism. Okay, so then it is passed through this surface. Okay, now the mother lamp is used for the comparison. There is always a lamp is used for here is a lamp is used for the comparison. So you can just see here there is a some circular this is made. Okay, so the light from this sphere, okay, will be reflected from here and then reflected through prism, will get the one radiation. Okay, then the lamp is used for the comparison, so it is also passed, so it is also reflected and it will create the another layer of the reflection. So if this reflection and this reflection are same, then we can say the lamp has a same MSCP. If the intensity of both is different, then we can say it's a lamp has a different MSCP. So the mother lamp is used for the comparison and for obtaining the balanced shifting. Okay, so first distance when the what happens, so we get two distance of the comparison lamps, two distance of the comparison lamp from the photometer heads. Okay, so first distance when the glass window is illuminated by the test lamp. Okay, two we are getting two, so two the circular two distance here. So first is when the glass window is illuminated by the test lamp, and the second is distance is when the glass window is illuminated by the substandard lamp. So substandard lamp or comparison lamp. So the squares of these distance are inversely proportional to the mean spherical candle powers of a lamp. So we are getting some distance from this particular lamp. What is the distance? It is illuminated. So from that distance we can calculate the square using the inverse square law. You can calculate the mean spherical candle power of a lamp. Okay, this is how using the Bunsen-Römer photometer head we are calculating the mean hemispherical candle power using the integrating sphere. Very simple experimental setup which is used to measure the mean spherical candle power of an integrating sphere here. Okay, that's about the measurement part. Okay, and also this is most because of its advantages. So this type of technique is used for the measurement of the candle powers. It is used in the various applications. So here integrating sphere they are telling, so you have to measure this one by using the integrating sphere only. So that is why, so this is an integrating sphere, so this is an integrating sphere. So it's a Bunsen photometer head, so which consisting of a mirrors, so and the test lamp and the comparison lamp. So the intensity of radiations from test lamp and the comparison lamp both are allowed to flow through one point, so where it will illuminate certain area. So from that you can find out the illumination on the surface. Okay, so that's about the measurement of mean spherical candle power by using the integrating sphere. Okay, so in the next video we'll discuss about the another concepts related to this what is that measurement, different methods of measuring the candle powers and other things. Photometer head, there is a other things are there that we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so thank you.